Colin, πες μας πού νομίζεις ότι οδεύει το Παγκόσμιο Πρωτάθλημα Ράλλυ και τι πρέπει να γίνει κατά τη γνώμη σου ώστε να έρθουν νέοι κατασκευαστές στο χώρο.
It's a really difficult one, isn't it? It's difficult to know exactly where we're going. You have to say that the championship right now looks pretty healthy, but lots of rumours about Hyundai's continued participation. Toyota look very firm, M Sport, Ford. There's always questions about their continuing participation. So important that we get a steer on where the new regulations are going. We have to have new regulations more or less published by the end of this year. That gives the teams 2 years, 25, 26, to prepare for 27. We have to hope that there are manufacturers waiting on those regulations that then like the look of those regulations and decide the World Rally Championship is for them. Remember, it's not just about the regulations suiting the manufacturer's needs. The championship itself has to deliver in terms of value. There's so many options for car manufacturers these days. If the championship delivers value, if the regulations are open enough to attract new manufacturers, we're in a strong place, we're in a healthy place. But we need to make sure we get it right. These are maybe the most important regulations that the FIA have ever written in terms of the World Rally Championship. So yeah, things look interesting for the next few months.
Πες μας 3 κινήσεις ή αλλαγές που θα έκανες αν ήσουν επικεφαλής της FIA για το Παγκόσμιο Πρωτάθλημα Ράλλυ.
The first move, I guess, has to be around the regulations. I would open it up. I would absolutely open up the regulations, and I would let manufacturers, show what they can do. That's what manufacturers like. They like their own bespoke autonomy in terms of developing cars with technology in them that is theirs. That is difficult. That is difficult when you work to a set of regulations. I would open it up and say, look, the way that we're going to do this, we'll give you a budget. You cannot spend more than that. But you can bring what you like, and we will then work out a formula that gives parity between the different, perhaps, powertrains, between the different approaches. That's how I would do it, number one. It's very difficult. That's a very, very, very difficult thing to manage, but it's not impossible. It is absolutely not impossible. They have it in Dakar. Yes, the margins in Dakar are enormously different, but it is possible. Equalization of technologies, balance of performance. That is the first thing I would introduce. It's not popular, but I would introduce that. The second thing, I would make coverage from the World Rally Championship free. I'll give it free. We're not anywhere near Formula One in terms of the awareness, in terms of the appeal, but we're greater than Formula One in terms of our assets. We've got just wonderful scenery, we've got wonderful challenge, we've got so much that goes on around this sport that no one seems to know about, or very few people seem to know about. So I would come up with a marketing formula that allowed the promoter to make some money, but also allowed Formula One became huge when Liberty Media took over and said, yeah, social media, go for it. They took away the restrictions that surrounded the distribution of media, and Formula One became massive. We should look at a similar thing in rallying. And I would also look at bringing in a formula that perhaps allowed us to get back to the roots of rallying, which allowed privateers to compete at the very top. We've seen it with Sesks. There are plenty of talented drivers out there. Given the opportunity, could add a huge amount of value to the championship. So whatever this new formula that the FIA comes up with is, it has to be affordable to the manufacturers, and then affordable to privateers, because privateers have been the lifeblood of this championship for so many years. Don't forget, we had a long period where there was just Citroen and Ford in the championship, but we regularly had 15, 16 top-level cars there because we were supported by privateers who could afford to compete, who could compete against the very best and could come out with decent results. There was value for money for privateers. We have to get back to that situation. So, yeah, those are my three wants, if you like, going forward.
Thank you so much, Colin. Thank you.
Very well.